Well, hello there. Hi there. Welcome to Just Bird. Today's video, I thought I would go over a couple of things this is the cosmic parenting, and I thought I would go over this and another little deck that I picked up just to share with you. I will share it with you. I didn't pick it up to share with you. I picked it up, and I'll let you know that in this video. If you are interested in unboxings or new decks that come into my collection, hello, dear Crockett, I hear you. Get out of mommy's bags. Christmas over there, decorations she's into. I will be the next video. So if you're here for that kind of video, stay tuned. It will be in the next video. But for today's video, if this interests you, cosmic parenting through the cards and Mom, I want to hear your story cards, stick around. Stay tuned. Well, okay, if you stuck around, then you're a little interested in the cosmic parenting deck or the Mom, I want to hear your story. 200 conversation cards, and I want to go through some of them with you and why I purchased this deck, along with this. Cosmic parenting, it's a birth chart deck for kids, parents, and families to kind of get to know your child's birth chart and how to parent them through this particular deck. So we have the booklet here of cosmic parenting, and they have the cosmic parenting guide, how to use the deck, and an overview of the planetary archetypes. So it's very limited as far as any other use than to get your child's birth chart and then proceed. So I'm not going to do my child's birth chart today, but I am interested in doing it. My children are adults, not young children, but I believe that this deck would be useful no matter the age or stage of the child. We have the family connection, we have repair, and then the steps to repair. In family life, we harm one another in small and large ways. Families that practice repair normalize that everyone messes up, replacing shame with vulnerability and accountability. Ask to spend a few minutes talking about repair. These are the steps. Acknowledge what was hurtful and withhold excuses. Empathize with the emotions they might have had in response to the harm. And repair by asking how to make things right. Make the repair practical, simple, and relevant as possible. Finish by giving one another appreciations. So I think this is a wonderful deck for any parent or child on how to learn to speak, to connect with your parent, maybe a sibling, even a lover. If you know their birth chart, then you will follow the simple, they have to be simple because they're, right here, directions on how to utilize this deck. And it's like, gather the birth date and time of each member of your family. Search online for free natal astrology charts and choose one of many excellent options. If you do not have an accurate to-the-minute birth time for a family member, you won't be able to identify their rising sign. Make a list of everyone's planets and the sign they are in, as well as the rising sign if you have it. For example, Look at the cosmic connection cards that describe your chart first. Understanding yourself better will prepare you to work more effectively with what you learn when you pull your child's cards. For example, at left, now I lost my place. Jen would start by pulling the cards for Sun in Aquarius, Moon in Taurus, and Sagittarius rising, and so on. Take notes on what you learn from the cards, reflect on them every few days, or carry one with you as a reminder to keep your learnings top of mind. Discuss them with your child as soon as they are old enough. The additional 8 family connection cards will help you deepen your bonds with each other and provide valuable social and emotional skills for the whole family. These activities are most beneficial when repeated frequently over the years by family members at every age and stage. Healthy relationship tools take a lifetime to master. Ain't that right? I don't know about mastering anything, but just like trying to get on the same page with the young, the youth. Wow. Okay, so we have, and when I'm the family connection, when I'm flooding is a state of being overwhelmed by our feelings, our hearts and pulses, and we are robbed of the ability to think clearly, to negotiate, or to communicate in a rational way. As a family practice, take time to go off and stomp your feet and take deep breaths, or write out a rant you will not send. Flooding reminds us that we need space and time to let feelings settle. Listen to an upbeat piece of music or take a brisk walk. Promise each other you will return to the heated subject when everyone is calmer. Flooding requires an emotional chill time. It is okay to take a break from conflict and return later. Let others know you are flooded and need soothing and something soothing and healthy. Avoid numbing out. This is really a good direction for any parent, like I said, any age, any stage, any family member, and I would say actually any relationship that you would like to deepen and strengthen the bond through planetary alignments or astrology or what have you with the cosmic parenting. We have it's not a deck about its aesthetics, it's repetitive color. So we have Gemini moon, Sag rising, and we have the picture, we have the symbol, and we have the title. We have fire on down here. This is like a linen type cardstock, and then on the back, my role in our family is adventurous leader and avoid learner in search of new horizons, subject to blurting. Do match my enthusiasm for life. Acknowledge me when I take risks, even when they don't work out. Appreciate me for showing discernment and self-control. Don't expect me to play small. Don't let me blurt hurtful things without guiding me to repair any damage I have done. Don't expect me to be careful or to plan things out in great detail. Sag rising. this is it's an affordable deck on Amazon to any parent, and what a great way. And like I said, these are very useful tools, what I would say limerence, or not being able to control your emotions, basically. A lot of times that's all it is we lose control of our emotions and don't ground ourselves, and then 0 to 60 in 2 seconds flat. Man. However, even even if you don't believe in the mumbo jumbo of astrology or the planets or blah blah blah, every card, there's just great direction, right? Good orderly direction all throughout, regardless of the sign. If that's not your thing and you just want to learn more about parenting and useful tools for parenting during challenging times with your child, because you know what, every sign can be an asshole. Just here, pick a card. You got lots to choose from. I'm sure a shoe or two will fit both sides of the coin, parent and child, right? So I just think this is a wonderful tool. And like I said, for any parent, or it's geared toward parenting, of course, but if you're having a difficult time in a friendship or with a coworker, if you can get their name, even and their birth date, if you can't get their their rising sign, so be it. You'll be lacking a little information there, but I don't know, any relationship can benefit from this if you utilize it as a tool for bettering your relations with others. Because, like I said, this isn't about the imagery. It's not about that. There are, of course, the symbolism, the representation of each sign within the image of these cards, but it's not really about that. This deck is far more about what's on the backs of these cards, or the fronts, I suppose. I don't know how you measure that here with these, but it's an astrology deck. I'm not an astrologer. Bare minimum basics with astrology, and that's not even right. I'm not even like I'm like the bottom of the barrel kind of crumbs when it comes to astrology and understanding all of it. I'm not even close, novice at best, right? At best. I do have an astrological board, and I'm hoping that the repetition, I have another one that the repetition helped out a lot, and this one just has a little more information. So I am trying to get the repetition going with this. Doesn't mean I'm knowledgeable. It just means I'm comfortable with this. And the more I dive into astrology as a whole, and I mean beginner astrology, the more all of this makes sense to me. And then in combination with tarot, then it all just kind of melds anyway. And that's how I do it right now. Just the energy of the placement of second house and the resources. Card 2 represents the individual's financial situation, their income and how it's earned, possessions and feelings and self-worth. Associations are Earth, Pentacles, Taurus, Venus. All of that information being there in conjunction with a regular tarot card. I don't need to be an astrologer to be able to understand what the vibe is here, and then to read it and bind it with tarot, oracle, Lenormand, what have you. It's a very nice layering process, as any spread is, but I do not have knowledge in astrology. That's no, but I still utilize astrological decks and tools for divinatory purposes. You don't have to be professional in order to learn technique and be skilled in the basics to understand of many things. It's just it's a different layer. And then when you layer your readings, when I layer my readings, then I'm drawn to certain things. Okay, like there was an entire year that I was drawn to crystals and herb energy. And that's what I was surrounded by, from mostly oracle decks, but books, oracles, tarot, you have it. That's what I was surrounded by for nearly a year. I wanted to learn more and connect more with crystals. So that's how I learn, and the basics, and because it really was the basics. And when you're not knowledgeable and you don't put it into daily practice, the basics in one ear out the other, almost like it's not the information isn't retained as when you study something and you it depends, because repetition is how I learn a lot of things, and repetition works for me. So it depends. Let me leave that at that. But this is the Cosmic Parenting. Like I said, you can find this on Amazon. It is published by Clarkson Potters Publishing. So I've never heard of them, but they're there. And in the US, this deck goes for $22, but that's not what I paid. So look for it online if you are interested. I really think this is a wonderful tool for any parent that may have a challenge within. For any parent, we all have challenges with children, and because every single parent that I've ever met in my entire life, mine included, had issues with their children, right? So now I bought this because this is going to be my a gift to all of my children, and I'm going to answer these conversation cards in video format. So I'm not going to rush the process, so it's not going to be completed, I'm sure, by Christmas of this year. But let me just show you what this is. I was looking online because I like conversation cards and like this, right? These are clue cards, and it's like, what am I? And they have, clues that could get your mind into the gutter, right? So it's called Dirty Minds, and the clues are kind of dirty, or they make you think of dirty things. All right. I love it. It's part of my personality. If you don't like that kind of stuff, so I am probably not the person for you. So this deck, I just picked it up on Amazon, and it came recently. It says, imagine sitting with your children and sharing your story, and one day they will share it with their kids. I want to hear your story cards will guide your mother with 200 prompts and questions, helping her share the stories of her childhood, teen, and adult years. They do have career as well in here. It's just mom's childhood story. And then we get into mom's teenage story. Is there adult here? Okay, teenage story, and then we get right into like romance. What about teenage love? There's always a lot of teenage love. 200 conversations to spark mom's love and romance story. So, things that you want to share with your children, like a legacy sort of. Maybe it's not like my children are grown now. This is something I could give to them and it would be fine. But I'm going to take my time with this. And then they get into mom's career. And I think that's the end of the deck. So what do you think about this kind of deck as a gift to a child? And I just wanted to share it because I know that there's more women like me. Don't wait for your child to gift this to you. Because my kids are in their, 30-ish, 30 and right around that age. And I want to get started on this now. There's, like I said, there's 200 conversations to have. Who was your best friend during your childhood, and what memorable activities do you do together? 200 conversation starters for son and daughter to get to know mom's life's journey. Now, I don't know if there's one for dads, but I'm sure if there's one for moms, there's one for dads. To the youth, if you have $16 and you can get to Amazon and you have an Amazon account, this would be a wonderful gift to give to a parent. Look to see if they have dads, because your parents, they want you to know their story, their true, authentic story, not the representative that we show to our children, the one that is protecting you from us, from me as a parent. Who was most lenient with you, mother or father? And these will ignite so much, just these two questions. Like, I'll be talking for half an hour. So I need time because I'm going to talk about my childhood memories, and I'm going to relish in my best friends. I had more than one. What was your most upsetting thing you did that made your father angry? I don't remember, but I do know that I had to get the paddle. We all had to get it once. I know a couple of times that he was upset with me, but angry? I don't know. I don't remember my dad ever being angry with me. So was he upset with me? He was upset with me, and it wasn't my fault, right? Like, I broke a window. So he was upset that the window was broken. My brother shoved me through the window because we were raising hell. And here's the couch, here's the window. I'm bent over. My brother came and shoved the couch and I went through the window. Also, he didn't mean to put me through the window, but I was back there and my head went through and that window busted because he was just coming. We were raising hell. It was full speed. He pushed the couch. I was right there and went, and broke the window. So my dad was upset with me for raising hell. Yeah, but was he angry? No. I've seen my dad angry, right? And he's never been angry with me. What was your favorite holiday as a child and why? And these are conversations that I probably should have with my children. What was your favorite food as a child? Did you have food as a child? I mean, I'm an adult now, so I had some food. What was your favorite game to play as a child, and how was it played? Like, you can feel free if there's any of these that you would like to share your answers in the comments. I'd love to listen. I'm a whore for comments, so leave me a comment, a like, a subscribe. Did you ever get caught cheating on an exam? Were you punished? Who was your favorite teacher and why you like them? These are excellent questions to share with your child. And boy, are there a lot of prompts for conversations. And feel free to not answer whatever you aren't comfortable with. Maybe you don't want to talk about the job or your romance or, certain things. Or maybe you just don't want to answer certain questions. I'm going to say that's fine. Why not, right? Now, what about, was it the work? Have you received any special recognition in your career? And as moms raising boys, they don't ask about what you do or promotions. You just have to cram it down their ears and make it, or they're not interested. They just want to know, what are you making for dinner, and are you going to show up to the game? Are you picking me up from practice? Or do you have some gas money because I'm really running low? And that insurance is due, and I don't know if I'm going to have it this month. Have you encountered anything particularly interesting at work? So when you're going through things like that with your, difficult challenges with your children, no matter their age or stage, this may be a deck to help ground you back into your parenting, right? That my kid's driving me nuts. I wish I could just punch that motherfucker in his mouth sometimes. The conversation that goes on in our heads, head. Well, yeah, this could literally make you love your child again as you share, parts of you with them. You're going to identify with where they're at and what's driving you nuts about them. And this can take you back to a time that maybe you drove someone else nuts in your life. And what is your favorite quote? What is your favorite job and why? What is most important skill you have learned at work? Kids aren't asking you that. How did you and dad handle disagreements about finances? Some of these things, maybe it's not going to be the dad. Maybe it's going to be a stepdaddy. Maybe it's a boyfriend. Maybe there was no dad. So you answer the best that you can, or not at all. It's totally up to you. But I'm definitely, for myself, just going to take the time to be thorough and honest. It may take, there's a lot of conversations to be had here. If you can put pen to paper, this would be wonderful journal prompts that you could enter into your journal, if you could pass that along as well. They may have these for lovers if there's like a husband and wife. It'd be a wonderful idea to journal your memories for your mate and your children. So I just wanted to share these because they are affordable for most on Amazon. I just wanted to share them since the holiday is coming, and with my other platform I have a lot of youth, and I don't really know who watches these videos, but I know there are a lot of parents in this world, so